It says you've got half an hour to pack a single suitcase. No idea how long you're going for or when you'll come back. Whether you'll be allowed to come back. A single suitcase for the whole family, and not one of the new ones, the square ones, leather. You have to lug it out your house, 2 hands on a single handle. A table in the pristine white museum has a square taped out, labelled neatly. Suitcase. Wooden blocks lie scattered. Clothes, shoes, heirlooms, money, food, contraband. What would you pack? Oh, babe. I stand and watch this white man. This shit's easy. Packing the suitcase with his wooden blocks. What? Pants, shirt, fucking cigarettes, done. What am I going to wear? His girlfriend, also white, watching him. Get your own suitcase. It's one per family? All right, fine. No cigarettes. Some more shirts. He swaps them out. What about my dresses? My skirts? You get to wear pants now, babe. It's 1942, Derek. I'm a girl. I have to wear a dress. He makes a disappointed sound like she's just turned down the suffragettes. And I stand there, openly watching them, hoping, I think, that he, Derek, will look up and see me watching. We've got different size shoes, Derek. It's a concentration camp. It's not like we're gonna need shoes. He says, as if that isn't absolutely fucking horrifying. And I wish harder than anything I've ever wished for before that he will look up and see me staring at him. That he'll feel so much white fucking guilt he disappears into the fucking floor.
Shit.
You okay?
Yeah. Fuck. Just saw someone I hadn't seen in a bit.
Bad news?
Not. You know how sometimes you read an ill-advised blowjob in a Hannibal fanfiction and you think, that sounds like a fun time?
Oh my god.
So in high school,
High school?
he was my English professor.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
And he would drive me up and down the stretch, you know, from the Walmart to Manzanar, back and forth, and we'd talk and, you know.
I don't know.
The road's long and straight, you're practically on cruise control, no real need to concentrate.
On driving a moving car. Driving your high school student to Manzanar, the concentration camp.
So I thought,
I'll blow my English teacher while he's hurtling down a road at 70.
YOLO.
And we passed him. Turn back, I want to see.
Seriously, ill-advised. Do not blow people in a moving car.
I was crossing a bridge at Edinburgh when my friend told me this dream he had the night before. He was walking to work over this same bridge and he chose to step off. It was weird, he said. I asked if he was okay because, like, you know, you don't have to look too deep to interpret that shit. And he was all, it wasn't a suicidal thought or anything. So I'm like, you know, you can open up to me, bud. We're having a pretty stressful time right now. The pressure's on and all that. And he just looks at me and is like, oh no, don't worry. I've never been suicidal or anything. My instant reaction was to be like, I'm sorry? Never? Not a single time. But then my brain was like, what is the norm here? I mean, I'm pretty open about my shit, but like all my friends are depressed queers. We all sat around in secondary school every day, crying in the music room at lunch, desperately hurtling towards self-harm, Googling shit like, what does transgender mean, instead of blowing teachers in cars. My parents, the same, haven't actively for a while, but they threaten it. My grandma too, always saying how she'd be better off. I just got to 25, standing on this bridge, thinking, never? Not once? That's not normal. That can't be normal. Like, he's just this white straight dude, but still, not once? And I do what I can, you know, like, it's gotten better since I've started T, had surgery, talked through my shit, cut off crappy people. And when I get it now, that wave of it would be easier to just it's frustration more than anything. Anger at my brain for defaulting to it. So sick of the thought process of like, oops, you're tired and scared and depressed. You might as well think about how nice it would be if the airplane blew up. And it's boring. It's so boring to me.
Look, a cloud.
What? Where?
See? Up there.
Eyes on the road? That is not a cloud. That's a smudge.
Rare day in Owens Valley to see a cloud.
You cannot be calling that cotton ball a cloud. That offends me as an English person. That offends me.
It's a cloud, dog. Don't know what to tell you.
Clear blue sky with one tiny, tiny cotton ball.
It's gonna rain.
I genuinely can't tell if you're bullying me right now. You're not allowed to be mean to me. I'm your guest.
It's good, it's cloudy. If we make it to Death Valley before noon, it might not get to 120.
Fahrenheit. That's... $50! Fuck off, I'm going to die!
It's a desert, bro.
And you just, like, live next to it. Next to one of the hottest places on Earth. Your home, Manzanar, Death Valley, 50 degrees.
Hey man, my people are Great Basin Indians. The Timbisha at Furnace Creek, they sit through the real heat.
We hit 22 in London and it's shuts off, time for the beach.
Which is why the trunk's got 4 gallons of water and enough Cliff Bars to last us a week.
Because we'll be thirsty?
Because if the car fucks up, who knows when the next fools will pass? It's off-season, no tourists. People don't just pass through.
Oh.
And without the car, no AC.
Cool. Cool.
You'll feel it when we start to climb. You gotta turn off your AC so you don't overheat your engine. It gets warm.
So what you're telling me is we're driving into the middle of the desert to a place where nobody will be able to hear me scream.
Nobody's out there picking through bones. Coyotes will scatter you further than I could.
More interesting than being buried in a cemetery, I guess. Or, since cemetery space is expensive, ashes scattered in a garden over a rose bush or something. Yeah. I guess being eaten by coyotes is more fun.
I wouldn't let it get to that. I'd mercy kill you.
Aw, thanks, dude. I'd offer you the same, but I'd be dead. Also, I can't drive, so even if I ate your body to survive, I'd still be trapped here. Better to sacrifice me and live on.
There's a hunting knife in the glove box. Also, mints. It helps to suck on one when the altitude changes.
Do people do, like, the whole strip? Starbucks, donut shop, bait and tackle, guns. Like, that's the daily shop.
They make the most dope-ass bear claws. Day-olds are hella cheap, too.
I can't tell if you're talking about the gun shop or the Starbucks.
Go nuts, dude. Don't tell me you've never had a bear claw.
Shoot a bear, deep fry it, cover it in maple syrup.
I'd pull in and buy you a box, but I ain't fucking with that.
Badly parked truck.
The Confederate flag.
What if we burned it?
Alright.
Wait, no. Hypothetically.
It sat outside a gun shop.
So they just straight up shoot us?
Phone passcode 7737. If shit goes down, do not call an ambulance. Call the Bishop Clinic. They treat my people.
Not 911?
Can't afford that shit. They call the cops anyway, and no cop is on our side. Lights are gonna change. I've got a lighter. Want me to turn around?
Wouldn't we, like... Isn't there, like, CCTV?
Where do you think we are, London? This ain't no surveillance state. This is a strip mall on the Nevada border.
How would you do it?
Easy. Swing around, window down, light her up, and we're gone. Back on the road before we can put 2 shots through the window.
Oh.
Do you want me to turn around?
Yeah. Wait, no. Maybe that's what fucked me up about my friend. When he stood there on the bridge, like, oh no, don't worry, it's nothing serious. Because, like, I know it's not. It's not serious. It's a thing, a common thing, a normal thing. Suicide ideation, dreaming about it, it being a constant. But I didn't say that because I never thought, like, wait, that's normal, right? It's not, by the way. I Googled it. It's only fucking 4% of us. But I think about the thousands, maybe millions of people who would read about my death in a newspaper, read the statistic, and who'd think, good, one less of them. That man in the museum, walls white, framed by black and white photos of people who half look like me. What use are shoes? Fuck. It makes me so angry. It reminds me that I'm still alive. It's when I feel the most human, when I'm full of wrath, stood there, blood boiling, feeling it under my skin, the rage of it, the reason I don't just do it. Because I get so angry and I think the only way to prove them wrong, to make their day just that little bit worse, is if I do keep living. Standing there in a museum on land that used to hold incarcerated Japanese people, Japanese Americans, meeting their eye after they say some absolute bullshit, hoping they think I have a grandpa who died here or something, anything, some personal vendetta that'll haunt them. Indian fucking burial grounds. God, that's what living feels like for me. The rush of spite. It's fucked. But when the wind stops, the stillness, so it won't stop. It can't stop. The second it does,